Hi, I am Dr. Kim Sage. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. Welcome to my YouTube channel and to this video on 3 techniques to help you soothe and calm your body. This is part of a larger series called Wildly Loved, where we're diving into understanding our trauma brains and the relational impacts, oftentimes of complex and or complicated childhoods and experiences, and understanding that we have to connect attachment healing with our body healing, that it's just not just a process of just talking through things, I believe, or just being in your body. I think it's about understanding what you need to do to heal and work on calming and soothing yourself, as well as actually, like I'm saying, doing things. And so we're going to do 3 just sort of techniques today that I think are quick, easy, and very helpful. So let's get into 3 of the techniques. The first one is a 4x4 breathing technique. It is my favorite, often called box breathing or square breathing. People kind of modify these things a little bit, but to me, it's just very simple. So all you're going to do is you're going to breathe in to the count of 4 through your nose, deep inhale. You're going to pause and hold that air for a count of 4. You're going to do a deep, dramatic sigh, exhale, like that for a count of 4. And then you're just going to pause and do nothing for a count of 4. So it's just 4, 4, 4, 4. And you're going to do that, you guessed it, 4 times. Now make sure anytime you're doing breathing techniques that you're mindful of your awareness, that you don't need to be driving somewhere. Just be careful that you can be able to maybe close your eyes or take a deep breath in a way that keeps you safe. But I seriously cannot highlight enough how important breathing is. And I know we all laugh about it and just don't tell me to breathe, whatever you do, it's so annoying, but it truly can be helpful. We really need to send that extra oxygen to our brain and tell our nervous system that we're okay. Because if you think about it, in a fight or flight situation, you don't have the luxury to just take deep breaths and slow down. Your brain isn't safe. It's not safe to do that. You have to be in a hypervigilant state of awareness. And so oftentimes we're walking around though, living like we have to be in fight or flight, but we're just going to the office or getting in the car or making dinner. I find, as I've said, that I get really anxious when I make dinner, which I think has a lot of historical connections, but I love to be in the kitchen. But something about the dinner time hour when the kids were little, obviously very stressful, but sometimes I just find myself anxious for what seems like no reason. I know the reason, and doing things like breathing can be really helpful. So let's do the first one together and we'll move on to the next 2. Are you ready? I'm going to set my laptop down and we're just going to, like I said, get yourself comfortable. Try to just relax your shoulders. Maybe just, doing a gentle turn to the right, not very far. Turn to the left, not very far. Maybe just rolling your shoulders back a little bit. Just trying to maybe wiggle a little bit, tell your body that you're good, okay? Now, so I'm gonna count and we're gonna breathe in, big inhale for the count of 4, and then we're going to pause, big sigh, exhale, and kind of pause again. If we're thinking about how to really slow our nervous system down though, it can be more helpful to do the exhale longer than the inhale. So if you're really looking for super deep relaxation, you wanna maybe do a longer exhale, and maybe change the numbers there a bit. Or if you want to kind of build up some energy, then we can do a little bit, similar, shorter inhale and exhale, actually even shorter exhale. So that's a different conversation. But basically, for deep relaxation, we want to do this 4x4 breathing and or even deepen our exhale. I find that the big sigh, which patients are often embarrassed to do in front of me in the beginning, but I find that to be the most helpful. And the reason why the sigh helps is it really forces you to do that, okay? So let's begin. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. Let's do it again. So breathing in. Okay, one more time, breathing in. And let's do it one more time, breathing in for a count of 4. Make sure you do a big belly, like that abdominal breathing, that kind of that yoga breathing, a big sigh and exhale. Now let's move on to the second technique. The next technique is a grounding technique called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's a great one to do when you feel triggered, if you feel like you're beginning to dissociate and you're just sort of spacing out too much. You want to ground yourself, literally, your body, into the present moment. And it can be helpful to, as you're doing this, notice what it feels like beneath your sitting bones when you're sitting. What do your feet feel like on the floor? We literally are grounding ourselves to our space and time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, as we're sitting in this process doing this exercise, we're going to describe 5 things we can see, okay? So we really want to take in what color are they, what are the textures. So I might look around the room and say, you know, for example, I see a gold candlestick. It's carved in detail. It's more ornate. I see a painting. I might describe the colors. I might describe the front door, a candle. So 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, and are they cold? Are they warm? Are they rough or soft? 3 things you can hear, so you just want to get quiet and listen. Can you hear your breathing slowing down? Can you hear like I can hear the whirl of the fan blades. Maybe it's the kids outside or an appliance, kind of that, you know, of the dishwasher or refrigerator. When you get really quiet, and that's a great way to do this, you can begin to notice some sounds that we normally just don't pay attention to, right, in our normal day. 2 things you can smell. And they talk about, you can even think about, what does your skin smell like? Do you smell perfume? Or maybe you need to take a shower, your clothes, you know, even your laundry detergent, or leftover smell from something you cooked the night before in the kitchen. And 1 thing you can taste. And so that might be a lingering taste from your toothpaste or your mouthwash or the coffee or maybe the bagel you had this morning. And so once again, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And if you get confused with those, you might just take a screenshot of these or write them in your phone and have them at quick glance to just remind yourself, okay, I'm feeling triggered. I need to kind of get back in the present, and I'm going to engage in this technique. The last one is the butterfly hug or the butterfly tap, and I find this one to be very, very helpful. Most of you have seen it before. It's an often used in EMDR, and which is an eye movement desensitization and reprocessing technique, which is a trauma processing technique. But here's basically what you do. You take your hands, you cross them over, kind of, you want your middle finger to be under your collarbone here. If you want, you can clasp your thumbs like a butterfly. And I like to do it while I'm rocking, but you're basically going to just very slowly and rhythmically, a lot like those first videos this week, is to just let yourself begin to tap. Right, left, right, left. Feel free to close your eyes. Make sure you're doing deep and slow breathing. This is a great technique to teach your kids to do some self-soothing. All of these are very self-soothing techniques, okay? So you can also Google, of course, the butterfly technique more, but you just want to let yourself do it until you feel calm and relaxed. So taking some deep breaths maybe. Okay. So those were 3 techniques you can do this week or anytime. Looking to do breathing, the 4 square, the square breathing or box breathing. You can do the grounding technique, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can do the butterfly hug or the butterfly tap, okay? Feel free to modify it any way you want. You don't have to clasp your hands, but the goal is that this rhythmic tapping helps us integrate that bilateral stimulation in the brain, and it really helps us increase those feelings of soothing and calm inside. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found this series this week helpful. I hope you do find it helpful, and I thank you so much for being here. Please know you are so worthy of just finding new ways to heal and engage in calm and peace and a sort of soothing nature in your life, because many of us live in very stressful lives, and many of us came from very stressful childhoods, and you are worthy of finding ways to heal and soothe your life. So thanks for watching. Please stay safe and well, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye, guys.